Hey everybody, welcome to Facebook Live. It is Friday. I'm off today and they haven't called. If they called, I would have said no and got fired. You don't say no where I work at. Anyway, Amber's back and I knew she would come back. I was waiting for her. I don't think there was one moment where I thought I'd never see her again. But anyway, her and I spent time together yesterday. We almost missed each other. I was home. I got up and I left. And while I left, I wasn't gone that long. But while I was gone, she showed up. And she walked down the street. I was that close to missing her. I saw somebody down there. I did not know who it was. I didn't have a clue. But I went ahead and drove down that way anyway. And it was her. And that's kind of neat. Anyway, I'm glad that we reconnected. And I certainly hope the future, if the future is equal to the past, it'll be awesome. But if it's better than the past, that'd even be better, I guess. Anyway, I did go to the gas station and I met a contractor and he's going to come by and give me an estimate on the house. And I also ran into a woman down there that I haven't seen for a while. So, well, she came over a little while ago and she didn't spend much time here. I told her I had many things to do today. And I do, but you know, I probably could have kept her here a little longer. But anyway, we'll pick up on that a little bit later. This is a real quick Facebook Live. I just got up, been awake for a while. I did my 25-minute exercise. That's riding the exercycle 25 pedals and then getting on this other machine. I don't know what it's called, but you know, I sit on it. I sit on it and I grab the handlebars and I pull back and push with my feet. I do 10 of those and then I run for 20 minutes. And while I run, the first 5 minutes of it or so, I use the laser comb that is supposed to stimulate new hair growth, and I don't think it works. But anyway, I guess the hope that it is doing something keeps me doing it. And I ran for 20 minutes. First 5 minutes laser comb, and last 15 minutes, give or take, I've got this 8-pound little rubber ball in my hands and I'm throwing it back and forth from one hand to the other and doing curls with it and throwing it up in the air and catching it. That little 8-pound ball added to this 20-minute run has really made a difference. 8-pound ball. What weight? A gallon of milk weighs 8 pounds. I mean, it's not that heavy, but with something little like that doesn't weigh very much, you can, gosh, you could probably look like Hulk Hogan if you work with it enough. An 8-pound ball. Anyway, this phone that I'm using is a J3 Luna Pro made in 2016. They came out in August of 2016. I used one of these phones for over 5 years. I never cracked the screen, but it got to where it wouldn't charge up anymore. And it's my fault because, you know, I would grab the phone and I would bring it into the bed and I'd be in my semi-truck and have the charger hooked up to it and be pulling on the charger. I eventually either widened the charger on the inside of the phone or just completely broke it away from the wires that attach it to whatever it charges. It's my fault. I could still be using that phone. But anyway, I've got two brand new J3 Luna Pros. And this is one of them. And the other is kind of put up in storage again. But there's a good chance 10 years from now I'll still be using this phone. This phone is hooked up to Spectrum Internet, and it's got its own number. It's a Google Voice number. No, but it doesn't have a phone number, but it is hooked up to Spectrum. Anyway, I've probably been talking too long and not saying anything. I've got people supposedly coming over, and God is telling me to fix the house myself and spend the money that I would have spent on the house on something I want. And that makes sense to me. That sounds real good. But I almost have everything I want. If the garage was fixed, I could have a muscle car, but if I have a muscle car, you know, that'll be fun to drive around the block and be seen in and take pictures with and all that junk. But you can't really do too much more than that. You can go to shows. You can take it out to like downtown Monument Circle, and a whole bunch of people on Friday night and Saturday night gather down there, and they'll gather around and they'll say, "Oh man, it's a sharp car," and it is. But it's a hassle. I'll tell you what I really want. I want a 4-wheel drive minivan. And those, there's companies that still make those. Like the Toyota Sienna, that's 4-wheel drive. That is a minivan. It used to be called the, well, there's more than Toyota doing that. I think Chrysler, the Journey is a miniature Dodge Caravan. It's 4-wheel drive. Some of them are, but it's miniature. It's almost like a Subaru, but I want a 4-wheel drive. Now, you don't need 4-wheel drive very often, but it's nice to have. But it's a thing that until I get one, I'll always want it. And I've had many, but I've gotten rid of them. The best 4-wheel drive option that exists is there's some 4-wheel drives where the front wheels and the back wheels all spin all the time. And then there's the limited slip where sometimes one back wheel spins, sometimes one front wheel spins, sometimes all 4 wheels spin. How limited slip works is if you're on ice and you floor it, you'll have one front wheel and one back wheel usually spin. But at some point, the rest of them kick in. You know, not normally at the start. But once you get it going, they all 4 kick in. Limited slip is better than, I mean, it's not better if you're out in deep mud and junk like that. But even the limited slip go through the mud, the snow, and everything real good. Anyway, I don't know what time Amber will come over today. I told her I work mornings and I'm off at nights. So, and I am looking for a house. So, we're going to see what happens in this, but I do know one thing. I'm a lot happier with her in my life than I am with her not in it. So it's probably best to try to keep her in it. At least until I meet somebody else that I'm willing to take a shot at staying with. Is this Facebook Live just getting so boring that you guys want to go out and run around the block in circles to have a release for bad vibes that you've had to soak in? Anyway, I'm enjoying doing this. That's why I'm not stopping it, but it's just making me not look good. I wish I could play the guitar. Anyway, let me go ahead and end this, and I got to look at it to make sure that it's something I can keep. Does that make sense? All right.